Hello, this is the part 2 of the full episode of history. Today, we are gonna look back. After a million years, some planets form. This is early Saturn, and it didn't have rings. This is early Renatus. I don't know how to spell it properly. And this is how the entire history was here. So, let's begin. But before that, there's ad. It's called Castle, a game where we made it all by myself. Let's just that millions of years ago, Saturn and Uranus formed. 2.5 billion years ago, Mercury formed. Mercury deformed from just a tiny asteroid. This tiny asteroid was so tiny that more and more hit, soon becoming Mercury, our first and smallest planet. Pluto wasn't born. Mars was born, and it was born from everywhere. Mars formed from a landscape mass of an asteroid hitting every day, accidentally forming into a red thing. This red thing was bigger than Mercury, and it was Mars. Mars was like Jupiter color. This big, and 2.5 billion years ago, finally Venus formed. Yes, Venus just formed out of nowhere. Mercury. Scientists believe Mercury is getting smaller due to the cracks. And look, there was 2.5 million years ago, the planets get closer and stopped getting closer. Earth wasn't born yet, and Mars looked different. Let's just say that's time travel. A bit of comets just hit to Mars. It hit to Mars and creating the rain. Yes, rain. That made a chain reaction where Mars have a life. And it was like Earth. Soon, grass was about to form. Grass was forming. And Earth was born after this. But we know how Earth was born. Millions of years ago, we know that Earth just come from a tiny rock in the space. This is called an asteroid, and when more asteroid hit it, It is called the behavior of Saturnius. More and after this, more things began to happen. Our Earth was hitting many meteors and many more. And after 2 trillion years, cracks of the hot disk began to form. And now Earth began to look like this. And millions of years ago, Earth began to look like this. Yeah, it was like a big rock. And cracks began to appear. Cracks began to appear. Those cracks was called part2, and part2 were the main cause of earthquakes. Soon the lava will form in the core that is heating up, and Mars is starting to lose water over time, and grass is have just disappeared. This is the year where Mars is almost lifeless, and there's no and I think the video will be too long, so let's just skip it and just down. Millions and millions of years ago now, Neptune was beginning to form, and the very last planet is forming. And it is a completely blue disk. Unlike, it's like Jupiter, but different. Yeah, Neptune was born. And now all the 8 planets live together. And let's count how many early planets are there. Mercury, early. Venus, early. Earth, early. Mars, early. Jupiter, early. Saturn, early. Uranus, early. Neptune, early. Let's count it in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 planets, but in this era, Pluto weren't born yet. And I feel like that we can make a part 3 of a full episode. So, goodbye!